Well, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we welcome you inside the GCU softball stadium for day one of the Lopes Up Classic between the UNLV Rebels and the Grand Canyon University Lopes. The Lopes back-to-back quick outs on a ground out to first base and then a fly out to center field for the first two outs for the Rebels. Yessie Morrison is in the circle for the Lopes here to start game one of this doubleheader. I'm Kyle Bork alongside Cheyenne Rose, and Cheyenne, we'll go ahead. We'll get right to it. What are the Sanderson Ford three keys to the game for the Lopes to get the win here in game one?
Well, Kyle, the first one is open strong. The Lopes have dropped all of the starting games in the tournament that they've played so far this season. So starting with a win would be a good way to help them get some of that motivation back and for this weekend in their first game of this doubleheader. And then the second key is getting on. GCU has a 342 on base percentage with half the team being over 300 and being led by Savannah Torville, and half the work is getting on base, so they need to keep those on base percentages up as they're doing very well. And then work the walk. The Lopes are second in the walk, having 59 walks on the season. So again, just taking advantage of those free bases that they can get and try and help to bring back that win streak.
Absolutely. The count is full to the three batter, Mia Trejo, number 15, out on first base today for the Rebels. That one will be fouled off her foot, and the count will remain full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Yessie Morrison in the circle for the Lopes. And, of course, the Lopes are finally back at home here today after traveling to Fullerton over the weekend, and they took 1 of 4 in Fullerton. Not a bad tournament overall.
Yeah, no, they had some good numbers in that tournament. As you mentioned, winning that one game that was over Cal Poly, and that was a final score of 6-4. Lopes scored 3 of those runs in the top of the 7th to get that lead back, and that was in their second game that they had on Friday.
Lopes really not struggling to score runs as of late. The runs are coming. It's just getting settled in early if you're GCU, as it hasn't quite been their day, their week, or even their year just yet. It's 4-16 to start the tournament. They are 2-9 here at home as the Rebels come into this one after winning game one of their first game today, as they started off the Lopes Up Classic against St. Joseph's at noon here at the softball stadium, and they took that one by a score of 5-3, so they move to 17-4 on the season, entering today, and 1-0 on the road, as this is now considered a true road game here, of course, against the Lopes, as this will be one of the last 2 tournaments that the Lopes will be hosting before we get to conference play. And the first pitch from Morrison is going to be right down the middle on the off speed for a strike. This is the designated player, Denise Armendariz.
Yeah, and the Lopes lost their last matchup to the Rebels back in 2018 by a 6-8 score. So the Lopes are coming into this game on a 3-game losing streak and sit exactly at 200 with that 4-16 record that you mentioned. So the Lopes do have some work to do before they get into the conference play after that next tournament.
And after the full count walk to Trejo, Armendariz will single just past the outstretched glove of the Lopes shortstop, Savannah Torville, for the first hit of the ball game. And that will bring up number 24 and the shortstop, Samantha Diaz, for her first at-bat of the afternoon, early evening now. So still 2 outs, 2 quick outs from Yessie Morrison, but now a walk and a base hit single will put runners on first and second here in the top half of the first inning. That one into right, and that's going to get down off the wall. That'll score at least 1, gets held up a little bit, and now the stop sign comes up. So Trejo scores from second on the double from Diaz. Is that one? Jaden Reed just kind of lost that one in the setting sun. It looked like got a little bit turned around. The wind is blowing in towards the infield, so that might have kept the ball a little bit in play. So to avoid a 3-run home run, but now the first run of the game and the second hit will put 2 runners in scoring position now for Lauren Tixon. First pitch to Tixon in there for a strike. So a walk and back-to-back base hits. Give the Rebels an early 1-0 lead, and of course the Rebels probably the best team in this tournament. It's reflected by their record. They started just 2-3, but have since gone 15-2 in their last 17 games, and they rank 14th in the nation in ERA with 143 innings pitched, and that ERA is at a 1.76, so they don't give up a lot of runs, and they are top 5 nationally on the defensive side as well. This count will go 2-1 to Tixon. Last pitch in there for a ball. Still have runners on second and third. It's Armendariz at third and Diaz at second. Tixon on (2-1) from Morrison. Just going to be miss a little bit low. The count goes 3 balls and 1 strike. (3-1) right down the middle. In there for a strike. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. See if Yessi can get out of this one with just the 1 run. It'd be a good end of the inning after a struggle in the middle.
Yeah, the last pitch from Morrison was a beautiful pitch, and that one allowing 1 more run to score after that base hit just past second base there. So now a 2-run lead here for the Rebels.
That scores Armendariz for the second run of the ball game and put runners on the corners with 2 outs, and that will bring up Lauren Baker, the third baseman today. And that is going to look like it's going to end Yessi Morrison's start here in game 1, as Lexi Coon's going to come in relief. So Morrison's final line at the moment: 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and a walk. So after 2 quick outs, a Trejo walk, a single, a double, and a single, plated 2 runs, and now there's runners on the corners for Lexi Coons, who will just need to come in and get 1 out to get the Lopes bats alive in the bottom of the first.
And those 2 runners on the corners will be charged to Morrison if they do come around to score. But hopefully Coons will be able to come in and do her job that she came in to do and get that final out. And allow the Lopes to start hitting here in the bottom of the first.
So just all time against UNLV, 1-1 overall. Last win came back on March 19th, 2016 in Fullerton, California, where they took an 8-0 victory, did the Lopes. And of course, Cheyenne, you mentioned last season the 8-6 loss here in Phoenix to this Rebels team.
Yeah, that last matchup, it was still a good game between the 2 teams. Lopes just unable to come away as the Rebels did score late in the 6th. And we're able to hang on to that lead here in Phoenix.
The Lopes no strangers to scoring runs quickly when they get chances to bat. They had a couple of big innings over the weekend. Comeback cut just a little bit short against Boise State, which they lost 10-6, but came back in that 7th inning.
And then that comeback win against Cal Poly also in game 2 on Friday.
So we'll see what Lexi Coons can do here. Only needing to get 1 out. Her first pitch outside corner to Barker, excuse me, for a strike. Lauren Barker will be playing third base today. Lexi Coons, of course, one of the harder throwing pitchers in this Lopes rotation. That one fouled off, and quickly now no balls and 2 strikes to Barker from Coons. Now 1-2 count after the ball from Coons. That one inside corner. Runner goes, throw down to second. Ball dropped by Torville. Runner's coming home, not gonna get the tag. And a very, very close last pitch from Coons. Just missing the zone, it looked like. So a 2-2 count, another run comes across. That one's gonna be charged to Morrison. So that brought around Diaz. So a good throw from Kaylee Holland behind the plate. Just unable to hold on was Torville. And now Barker will ground out to Bishop at first and end the inning. So after half an inning of play, it's 3-0 Rebels over the Lopes, and the Lopes coming to bat.
The Lope Shop is proud to carry products from GCBC, the Grand Canyon Beverage Company. Enjoy this tasty line of coffee, tea, and energy drinks from GCU in the comfort of your own home. Now available at lopeshops.gcu.edu/GCBC.
So it is Friends at the Field night here for Game 1. If you can't quite hear it on the loudspeaker out on the sound system, not quite sure if you can. I can hear it. It's great. Playing Smelly Cat at the moment, but we'll go ahead and we're going to look at the Lopes starting lineup brought to you by Cox Business. So for the Lopes, leading off, number 24, Gianna Nicoletti. Batting second, Savannah Torville. Lily Bishop in the 4th spot. Olivia Zufelt, number 6, Mia Cavarubio, Mickey Cavarubio, excuse me. Number 12, Kaylee Holland in the 6th spot. And rounding out the order, Jaden Reed, Lorianne Olson, and Kaylee Dietrich. So the Lopes down by just 3 after the first inning of play. Not a big margin to come back from. Jenny Bressler, she'll be in the circle. Number 6 for the UNLV Rebels. Of course, UNLV out of Las Vegas, right off the Las Vegas Strip. Making their way down from one desert to another for this tournament. And the first pitch to Nicoletti will miss for a ball.
And talking about Las Vegas, next weekend, the WAC tournament in Las Vegas for basketball. So soon enough, there'll be Lopes in Vegas, too.
Well, we're just going to alternate, it looks like. 1-0 paints the outside corner for a strike. And, of course, yesterday, since it is championship week, I was watching the Mountain West tournament, which is in Las Vegas. And, unfortunately, UNLV's men's basketball team could not overcome Boise State yesterday in the 4-5 quarterfinal matchup to advance to a semifinal. But, hey, always nice to host a tournament.
Yeah,
Be great. I think the WAC tournament should come here. That's just me.
That'd be fun. There's plenty of places they could stay at the GCU Hotel.
Yeah, $79 a night. There's Canyon 49 Grill.
There's
They
GCBC.
can get GC. I was just about to say that.
Yep.
Look at that. Come check out other sports because there's plenty of them.
Yeah, there's baseball later tonight, and men's volleyball currently going on.
They have 2 games today, and baseball will be starting in 2 hours. Thought it was a little bit closer to first pitch, or is it a 6 o'clock first pitch for baseball?
Might be a 6 o'clock first pitch.
Nicoletti grounds out to Diaz for the first out of the inning, and now that will bring up Savannah Torville. Torville rips that one foul down to third base. Count goes 0-1 to Savannah Torville. One outside, gonna miss for a ball. Count goes 1 ball and a strike to Torville, who's batting second today for the Lopes, playing in the hole at short. She'll take a big cut at that one and miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Savannah Torville. Of course, those 3 runs did come with 2 outs for UNLV. She'll take just outside, just gonna miss. That one very close to hitting that outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Torville. Batting .255 on the season. She's played and started in all 20 games for the Lopes. Or she started and played in 19. That one fouled off, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Torville still looking for that first home run on the season. She was a big-time home run hitter for the Lopes last season. 2-2, way outside. Count goes full 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Savannah Torville became the first freshman to homer in her GCU debut since Kelsey Barker back in 2012.
Torville down the left field line, running out of space. Was Schmidt, and she gets up. That's a good sign, and that one will go foul, just missing that. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So colliding into that wall down there on the left field side. Couldn't quite see. I lost the visual.
Yeah, great effort by Schmidt there. She did end up colliding into that wall and unable to make the catch, but she went for it. She's like, I'm going to try and get this ball, and sliding in even into the wall there.
3-2. Torville takes in the dirt. And that will put the first Lope on board today with a walk. And that's exactly how the Rebels got started, so we'll see if the Lopes are able to do some damage with Lily Bishop, who's batting .317. She's second on the team in batting average, right behind Nicoletti. She's played in every game and started 19 of the 20 so far. 19 hits on the season, 2 doubles and 2 home runs for Lily Bishop. And she will watch first pitch go outside for a ball. One-0. Gonna get down the middle for the first strike of the at-bat for Bishop, who's at first base today. One fouled off, goes 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Bishop. One-two, Bishop crushed that one, but well foul. That was the one she really liked. Throw that one again. See if she can connect a little bit better with that pitch. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lily Bishop after that big foul ball. 1-2, Bishop. Slow roller to third. They're only going to get 1. Got her foot to stay on the bag, and that will retire Bishop. Torville moves over to second as Barker gets it on to Trejo.
The designated player, number 18, Olivia
And
Zufeld.
that will bring up Olivia Zufeld. Zufeld swings through first pitch for a strike. Olivia Zufeld on the season, batting .239. Same spot, well inside, swings through that, and the count quickly now, no balls and 2 strikes to Olivia Zufeld. Torville standing on second with 2 outs. 0-2 to Zufeld outside. Gonna ring her up looking. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And that will end the inning of work for Bresler. So, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, no errors, 1 left on base for the Lopes. It is 3-0 UNLV Rebels over the Lopes here at the Lopes Up Classic. And we'll be right back for inning number 2 when we come back right here on GCU TV.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders, you're giving them the tools they need to succeed.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Back inside the GCU softball stadium for inning number 2. It'll be Lexi Coons coming back out for her first full inning of work. Came in and retired Barker, and that'll bring up the 8 and 9 batters before they turn the order back over. Be Jacqueline Candelas, number 2. For her first at-bat of the day, and first pitch is going to be a ball from Lexi Coons. "1-0 from Coons. That one will be a blooper. Nicoletti not going to quite get there in time. Thought about laying out for it. Probably a good decision to let that one bounce in front, and now a single for Candelas.
The catcher, number 9.
So the first hit of the game given up by Coons. And Julia Vollmer, the catcher, number 9. Sophomore will come up for her first at-bat. Squares to bunt, pops it up. Making the catches, Dietrich at third, charging in from third to make that grab.
Yeah, all three in Bishop, Coons, and Dietrich ran up to get that bunt, but great hustle there from Dietrich to get in front of it and get that quick out there.
Good pitch from Coons, pitched her inside, get her to pop it up, and now Justine Federi comes back up. She grounded out to Bishop for the first out of the first inning. So now the order turning back over for the second run through for the Rebels. Federi fouls that one straight back into the screen for a strike, and go ahead, bounce you around the Lopes infield and outfield. At first base, it's Lily Bishop. At second, Lorianne Olson. In the hole at short, Savannah Torville. At third, Kaylee Dietrich, who just made that play. In the outfield from left to right, Gianna Nicoletti, Mickey Cavarubio, and Jaden Reed to round out the outfield. And, of course, Lexi Coons in the circle right now with Kaylee Holland behind the plate. 0-1. That one will be fouled off and out of play. Quickly 0-2 to Justine Federi. Oh-2 outside. First ball of the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. One, 2. Swung on and missed. Coons gets her first strikeout of the game. And that will make it 2 outs in the inning for Maddie Schmidt, the left fielder. She flew out to center her first time up back in the first.
So Lopes got 2 outs pretty easily here. Hopefully can get out number 3 without any damage being added on to this 3-0 lead that the Rebels have.
Pitch going to be just a little bit low. Count goes 1-0. Fouled off into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike now is the count with 2 outs, and Candle is standing on first base after the single. One. In the dirt, runner's gonna go. Holland's throw, not gonna be in time, but it was on the money. It'll be a stolen base.
Yeah, it was a great throw to second from Holland. Unfortunately, she lost the ball in the dirt before she was able to throw it, allowing the runner on first to get a good jump and lead ahead of that throw.
Two, 1 fouled off, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside corner, just gonna miss. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Maddie Schmidt, who, again, 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to center field. As you can see, the shift is on right now with Cava Rubio pretty much standing in that left center field gap. 3-2, grounded to Dietrich, and the throw on to Bishop at first will retire the side. So just the 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no errors, nobody left on base, or 1 person left on base, and no runs come across. Still 3-0 UNLV as the Lopes getting ready to bat in the bottom of the second.
You know, Kyle, there's a lot of great Lopes fans here wearing some great Lopes gear, and you can get the best gear to show off your pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV25 to get 25% off just for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple and Lopes up.
Taking another look at that final out of the second inning for UNLV. Good play by Dietrich, just went straight up and ball came straight out of her glove immediately. It's a great throw from third. So the Lopes will send Cava Rubio, Holland, and Reed to the plate. 5, 6, 7 batters for the Lopes.
We've already gotten on base 1 time today, was a walk by Savannah Torville.
Unable to bring her around as she ended up on second base.
Now batting for GCU.
Mickey Cava Rubio settles in. She'll take first pitch from Bresler. Down low for a ball. She's batting .306 on the season. She's played and started in 19 games for the Lopes so far. Cava Rubio pops that one straight up in the air to center field, and on to make the grab is Tixon.
A catcher, number 12.
Another catcher for the Lopes, number 12, Kaylee Holland, coming to the plate. Batting just .205 on the season. She's got 9 hits and 9 RBIs. She'll take the first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count now to Kaylee Holland. One Holland, big swing at that one. Just off the mark there, however, and the count goes no balls and 2 strikes to the Lopes catcher. Wind kind of dying down a little bit here. Still blowing just a little bit in. And that one will get her right on the elbow guard, and that'll be a hit by pitch.
The right fielder, number 4,
So Holland's aboard, and Jaden Reed comes up. With one out, we'll see if the Lopes can get a rally going here.
Reed is 4th on the team with hits, having 15 total hits so far this season.
She watches the first pitch. A little bit high in the outside corner, but in there for a called strike. Oh, 1 slapped down the left side, and it'll get through for a base hit. So Jaden Reed's aboard in the first hit of the ball game for the Lopes. Puts runners on first and second. Nicely done from the Lopes freshman.
Number 21.
Which will bring up number 21, Lorianne Olson. Runners on first and second now. Lorianne has just played in 4 games this year, batting 167 in those 4 games, 2 for 12 with an RBI and a double. That one's squeaking by. Holland gonna get in at third. Nice base running from Kaylee Holland to get to third base.
Yeah, the ball just got lost there by the catcher, and smart move there by Holland, sliding in there, getting there just in time too.
So Holland gets the third. Reed still standing on first. And now a run down. Get one, but Holland's gonna score, so Reed is off. Holland comes around for the run, and the count is 1-1 to Olson. And the score is 3-1. Lopes down to the Rebels right now, but just by 2, so they get 1 back. Does make it 2 outs, however. It's Dietrich standing in the on-deck circle. Olson takes that one outside. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat into the screen behind home plate. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, 1 again, fouled off, straight back into the screen. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs to Olson now. Fouled off again. She's right on it, fouled off the last 3 pitches, keeps it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3 inside corner. So the second strikeout for Bresler gets Lorianne Olson looking. But the Lopes get 1 back before the end of the inning. It's 3-1 Rebels going to the third.
Today we're celebrating Friends of the Field. Down in front of the bleachers.
Came through drippin', came through drippin', came through drippin', diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
Curiosity fuels you. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, you're helping to build a better tomorrow. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Rock a showstopper, beats, get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here, get it out of control.
Getting ready for the third inning of action here at the GCU softball stadium. Lopes get a run back in the bottom of the second as Coons comes back out now. As Trejo will lead it off. She walked and then later scored back in the first inning. Watches that off-speed pitch in for a strike, and of course Lexi Coons' off-speed pitches are tough to hit, to say the least.
Yeah, when she has her off-speed pitches, those are normally ones that get laid off of and are pretty much almost a guaranteed strike.
That one popped straight up into the air, and running out of room is Holland.
Bouncing into the stands off of the netting and mesh tarps that we have over the stands. Kyle, where were you ready to catch that one?
It went behind us. The windows aren't open anymore.
Okay.
It's not open. There are no windows open anymore.
Okay.
Oh, 2 from Coons. Up high. 1 ball and 1 strike to Trejo. So far, Coons just 16 pitches thrown through an inning and a third of work, giving up 1 hit and striking out 1 as well. 1-2. That one ripped into left field, and that's going to get out of here for a home run for Mia Trejo. And the score will go to 4-1.
Please be sure to return it to the bucket near the third base dugout. Dear Lopes, thank you for your help.
And that one was left just right in the wheelhouse of Trejo. Was able to pull that one into left over the wall. All Nicoletti could really do there was pivot and watch that one go over the fence. That one going to be popped up high to the warning track in center, and that's going to be a home run. So on back-to-back pitches, back-to-back home runs for the Rebels.
And let's take another look at this home run now.
That one by Denise Armendariz. And now Samantha Diaz will come up, and Coons is going to check out, and Sydney Sahar is going to come into the game for GCU. Freshman pitcher on this pitching staff for the Lopes. She'll get loose and warmed up. It's 5-1 in UNLV right now over the Lopes. Well, back-to-back home runs. After you got one back, makes it 5-1 to Rebels, and we'll see what the freshman can do now.
Yeah, Sahar's been great when she's come in.
8 appearances on the season. She's 0 for 3 in starts. She's got a 6.41 ERA. She started 5 games. She's thrown 19 2/3 innings of work, 37 hits, 23 runs, just 14 earned, walked 5, and struck out 15, and opponents are batting .394 against her.
Kyle, as we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of sports going on this weekend for GCU Athletics. Baseball later at 6 p.m. tonight, so in about 15-ish minutes. And then men's volleyball defeated Vanguard in 4 sets. They won set number 4, 14-25. So men's volleyball doing really well on this season so far.
That was game 2 of their doubleheader, or game 1?
I think it was game 1 of their doubleheader. Let's see. You know, you can use the very nifty GCU Lopes app and check out what time games start and scores and articles from the teams.
Sahar's first pitch is a ball to Diaz.
The Lopes Nation app. Very handy dandy app.
Outside corner, just going to miss for the second ball of the at-bat. 2 balls and no strikes. Sydney Sahar again in the circle now. Number 11 for the Lopes.
So that was game 1 for the men's volleyball team in their doubleheader. They have their next game in about an hour against NGU.
Is North Greenville University, for those of you wondering at home. 2 balls and 1 strike after the foul ball by Diaz. She's 1 for 1 today. She doubled with an RBI. Later came around to score in the first. So the Lopes left-handed pitcher will hit Samantha Diaz, and she will take first base.
Center fielder, Lauren Tixon.
And that will bring up Lauren Tixon, the center fielder. She's also 1 for 1 with a single and RBI. She was stranded at second base back in the first inning, and with a runner on first and nobody down, we'll see what the Lopes can get going here. Squares to bunt. Does not go around on that, and that will make it 1 ball and no strikes. So 1-0 is the count to Tixon. Off-speed pitch right down the middle for strike. So the Lopes will take on the Montana Grizzlies in game 2 of our doubleheader. Right after this one, about 30 minutes or so after the end of this one. So that one a little bit upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Again, UNLV already playing 1 game today. Played at noon. We're able to take down St. Joseph's 5-3. 2-1. Trying to lay down a bunt. It's going to go foul. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes as Dietrich scoops that one up. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Rebels center fielder. That one fouled off down the left field side. Tried to slap that one the other way. A little bit too late on that one. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Umpires today behind home plate, Matthew Jacks. At first base, Michael Montoya. And the third base umpire, Michael Parker. That one will be blooped into left center field, and that'll put 2 aboard for UNLV now. So another hit and another single for Tixon.
Lauren Barker.
As Lauren Barker will come up, she grounded out to end the first inning to Lily Bishop at first. Las Vegas native, the sophomore, playing third base today. Pitch a bit outside for the first ball of the at-bat. Lopes still looking to get first out of triple play, not out of the realm of possibility. Lopes have done it before a couple of years ago. I want to say the year was 2016, so the year before I got here.
Yeah, that would be, a great way to end this inning with a triple play. That double play ball is also in effect, so either a triple or a double would be great for the Lopes here.
got to focus on getting one out. Got to be aware of base runners in this situation, or to use a Friends reference, unagi. It's a state of total awareness.
That's reference number 3, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Track here.
It is reference number 3, and yes, I am keeping track. And yes, all Friends quote references today will be relevant in some way, shape, or form. Two balls and one strike, off-speed pitch again. Sahar makes a good turn to get the runner out at first base, as that was the only play she had. Runners do advance to second and third, but the Lopes do get one out on the inning.
As we said, Kyle, we really just needed to focus on getting that first out here.
Absolutely, as you just saw another look at it on your screen right there. Good job from the freshman pitcher for the Lopes. That will bring up Candelas, who singled and was left on second base her first time up. That one will be ripped right up the middle. That might score a pair. They're going to hold the runner at third. So an RBI single. Scores Diaz.
The catcher, Julia Vollmer.
So runners on first and third now. With one down, double play ball to the middle of the infield. It would end the inning. It's 6-1 UNLV. Ball a bit outside to Vollmer. Count goes 1 ball and no strikes. Off speed, gonna be a little bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes now is the count. Two-0 pitch, swung through and missed. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
With that runner on first, that does put the double play ball back into effect for the Lopes.
That one fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out, and of course that double play ball going to be huge if the Lopes infield is able to get one.
Yeah, help get the Lopes out of the top of the third here and try and get some offense going back in the bottom of the third.
Again, the Lopes can score runs in bunches. It is not unusual for this lineup to do that.
And recently their offense has been doing pretty well here for the Lopes, as we mentioned, that come from behind win against Cal Poly.
And a called strike 3 from Sydney Sahar on Julia Vollmer will turn the order back over for the 3rd time as Federi comes up. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So 2 outs, runners on the corners for the Rebels. 6-1 is the score. Got back-to-back home runs and then an RBI single. And that first pitch in there for a strike. Oh, 1. Fouled off. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter and second baseman for UNLV, Justine Federi. So Sahar can get out of the inning with just giving up the 1 run. Down but outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, the other 2 runs of this 3-run third came from Lexi Coons on back-to-back pitches and back-to-back home runs, one to left and one to center field. One-two pitch, swung into right center field. Cavarubio is there, and that will retire the side. So, or no, it won't. So they call an illegal pitch, so the count's going to go back to 2-2. And the inning is still alive. Two. Runner goes, throw down to second, tag applied in time. Good throw from Kaylee Holland. And that will retire the side. So, 3 hits, a hit batter, and 3 runs come across. And it's 6-1 UNLV over the Lopes as they come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd.
We'll catch the latest series from GCU TV, Living as Lopes, Finding Your Purpose. Living as Lopes follows a group of GCU students as they navigate their way through college life and all it holds, with a few fun twists and turns along the way. Watch new episodes every week on youtube.com/GCU.
So the Lopes down by 5. They did get 1 in the 2nd inning, so we'll see what they can do here in the 3rd. They'll send Dietrich, Nicoletti, and Torville up to bat. So some of their better batters coming up. 9, 1, and 2 in the order, as the Lopes will get ready to turn over for the 2nd time.
Leading off for GCU, third baseman, number 5, Kaylee.
So Kaylee Dietrich's first at bat as Bressler comes out for the 3rd inning. She's only allowed 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and a pair of strikeouts. She also has hit a batter so far. She's thrown 34 pitches through 2 innings. First pitch outside corner, gonna miss. Ball 1. One-0, big swing from Dietrich, just misses up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun beginning to set on what is a beautiful day, and what was a beautiful day. A little hot, but there's a nice breeze today.
There's a breeze. You can see the flag there blowing in.
Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, it's not quite melting on my way to class today, but it was close. We've started to hit the 80s again, and that's not what you want to see.
It's cold in the morning and then 80s in the afternoon, so you never know how to fully dress.
I know. It throws you off every now and then.
It really does.
1-2. In the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counts even now. Dietrich looking to get on base for the Lopes. It'll be their first leadoff batter of the inning getting aboard if she's able to do it here. 2-2, fouled off, straight back into the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes remains the count. Nicoletti standing in the on-deck circle. Two again, outside, called strike 3. So the 3rd strikeout of the game for Bressler. All 3 have been via the look. So really able to throw off these Lopes batters so far through the first time through the order, as now Nicoletti coming up for her 2nd at bat. She'll take that one up high for a ball. She's 0 for 1 today. She flew out, or she grounded out, excuse me, to Diaz at short to start off the game. Time was called. So that last pitch not going to count. Still 1 ball and 1 strike. That one fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike from Nicoletti.
She lost her bat on that one. Flew over to the on-deck circle for the Rebels.
One. Nicoletti slapped in the left. Right there, ranging over is Schmidt, not having to move a whole lot on that one. 2 outs in the third for the Lopes now, as Savannah Torville, she walked and was stranded on second base back in the first. Up for her second plate appearance, looking for her first official at bat. First pitch to Torville, outside, gonna be a ball. Taking a long look in, 1-0 pitch. Outside again, misses. Trying to not leave one in the wheelhouse of Savannah Torville that she could pull into left. She popped that one up, but foul and out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one to Torville outside, and she's ahead in the count. 3 balls and a strike now. Three-one. Torville couldn't quite get all of that one. Popped it up. Ranging over is Diaz in foul territory to retire the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base, no errors. Score remains 6-1. UNLV will go to the 4th when we come back right here on GCU TV.
And now,
Sanderson Ford has been straight up with our customers for the past 65 years. We've climbed to the top with a no hassle, no pressure, and no nonsense approach to selling Fords. No games, just straight up to provide the most value and best experience for our customers.
They support local sports and donate generously to local charities with a strong emphasis on kids and military.
If it's important to you to do business with someone who supports our community,
choose Sanderson Ford.
Straight up.
When it came time to look for master's degrees, when I first learned about Grand Canyon, I think as teachers and coaches, you're never done learning. Being a mentor is one of the most important things in my life. For me, it's not always about winning, it's about instilling things in my students and my athletes that'll carry them on. And I'm confident to say that I wouldn't be the same teacher or coach that I am today without that experience at GCU. I'm Joseph, and I graduated with a master's degree online from GCU.
There's a thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
Well, we were on a break, and while we were on that break, I tried to get a t-shirt, and it did not work, and I'm kind of upset about it.
They did not throw it into the booth for you, Kyle.
Easily, come on. Maybe I can talk someone into selling me there, so I don't know. I don't have any cash on me, so that's awkward.
Buy them GCBC.
No, there you go. There you go.
It's a win-win.
So back to lead off the 4th inning is Federi. She will get another crack at Sydney Sahar, as the inning ended with Candalis getting caught stealing, and that one will be popped up in left center field. Near the warning track is Cavarubio to reel it in. So just when we thought Cavarubio made the last out in the 3rd, before it was called back to the illegal pitch, she makes the out to start the 4th. So my score sheet was technically correct. Just an inning over. Glad that worked out.
And that's why you always do it in pencil.
That I've learned that after the first time. I was like, I can't correct it now. So now I do it in pencil.
Or print extras.
Yeah, but then I gotta go through more. I gotta write it all out again. That's a lot of work. So Schmidt, she's 0 for 2 today. Takes the first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, she flew out back in the first and then grounded out in the second.
1-0 outside corner, called strike one. So Lopes looking for their second inning, getting out with no runs allowed. See if they can do it here as Sahar just missing up high with that one. 2 balls and a strike to the left fielder for UNLV tonight. UNLV set to play morning doubleheader. Starting off at 10 a.m. They'll take on St. Joseph's again before they get Montana following that one at 12:30. And of course tomorrow the Lopes, they'll host St. Joseph's and then be considered the away team for Montana. Those games are at 3 and 5. And then on Sunday they're back for one more against the same UNLV side. As the count goes, 3 balls and a strike to Maddie Schmidt. She'll slap that one just past the glove of Kaylee Dietrich, and it's going to be a fair ball and a base hit single into left field for Maddie Schmidt. She'll go to 1 and 3.
First baseman, Mia Trejo.
Mia Trejo walked and homered so far, and 2 at-bats. She scored after the walk, so she's got 2 runs scored with just being 1 for 1 officially from the plate with an RBI. So she's probably feeling it right now, seeing the ball pretty well after that home run. She'll watch the first pitch from Sahar in for a strike down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, Trejo having the first of the back-to-back home runs back in the third. That ended up putting 3 runs on the board with the back-to-back home runs and then allowing 1 more run to score.
This time she will fly out to Gianna Nicoletti out in left field, who barely had to move, just had to take about half a step back or so before she was able to make the catch for out number 2 as Armendariz. She homered on the first pitch of her last at-bat back in the 3rd inning. So runner on first is Schmidt. Armendariz, she's 2 for 2 with a single and a home run, an RBI, 2 runs scored. She'll foul that one off the end of her bat and out of play for the first strike, 0-1. That one popped up. Ranging over is going to be Holland. She will make the grab to retire the side. So just the 1 hit. No walks, no runs. 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th.
And it's time for the upcoming schedule brought to you by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Stay tuned immediately following this game for the 2nd game of our doubleheader this evening as the Lopes take on Montana. Tomorrow, men's volleyball takes on Menlo at noon. Baseball takes on Pacific at 2 p.m. And softball has another doubleheader with the first game at 3 p.m. against St. Joseph's. And catch all the action here on GCU TV.
You said basketball. They also play tomorrow. You should have just
play.
rolled with it. They will
do.
host Bakersfield for Senior Day on the men's side, while the women will be at Bakersfield tomorrow. Looking to lock in the 2 seed on the women's side of the WAC tournament. They can do that with a win. Just that's about the only thing will keep them from getting the 2 seed would be a loss and a Utah Valley win tomorrow. But all you gotta do, go out, win your last one. Why not? They're on a 3-game skid, but looking to end it.
You know, they've
Leading off the bottom of the
had
4th
some
for GCU.
great playing with all the sports
Number
between
27,
basketball, baseball, and softball.
So the Lopes send Bishop, Zufelt, and Covarubio to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth as Bishop fouls off the first one. That one she'll hit into right down the line and just past the diving glove of Candelas. And the count goes no balls and 2 strikes. Bishop grounded out her first time up. Oh, 2. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate.
The designated player, number 18.
4 strikeouts for Bresler, all called looking. And Olivia Zufelt due up. She struck out looking her first time up. She'll take that one up high for ball 1. Up high, 2 balls, no strikes now to the designated player here in game 1, Olivia Zufelt. She'll foul that one off. 2 balls and a strike. Took a big swing at that one, just a little bit over top of the ball that time. Rolls over and it goes foul into the Lopes dugout. Two-one pitch to Zufelt up high. 3 balls and a strike. Three-one. In the dirt, walks Zufelt. She's aboard with 1 out now.
The center fielder, number 6, Mickey Covarubio.
So Kyle, I gotta ask you, you're a big fan of Friends.
Yes.
What is your favorite Friends episode?
I don't know. The one where they play the game, where they win the apartment. That one. That one's the best episode by far. Covarubio takes first pitch for a ball. Two balls, no strikes now to the center fielder for the Lopes. Quickly, 3 balls, no strikes to Covarubio, and Butchain, there are no bad episodes of Friends. There are no bad episodes.
I will take your word for it. I've never
You need to watch it.
I've never seen any episodes.
I was
of
watching
Friends.
it today, actually, ironically enough. 3-0 down the middle. Called strike. 3 balls. 1 strike now to Covarubio with Zufelt standing on first base. Covarubio will pop that one up into center field. Making the grab is Tixon for out number 2.
The catcher, number 12,
Kaylee Holland is the Lopes' lone run. She was hit by a pitch, advanced to second, and then scored later after she stole third. That one gonna miss high and wide for ball number 1. One-0. Right down the middle, first strike. Bresler now over the 60 pitch count now. 1-1. Holland pops it up, and that will retire to the side. So, no runs, no hits, the walk, one left on base for the Lopes. And we will go to the 5th inning when we come back right here on GCU TV.
But we already have the best student section in the whole country.
I know, but what can we do to take this thing to the next level?
Guys, I think I've got an idea.
Whoa. Ain't gonna get any better than that.
So one key component that makes the Waste Management Phoenix Open so successful is Cox Business. Over 700,000 people are going to come enjoy TPC Scottsdale, from digital TV to digital phones to security, and most importantly, that free Wi-Fi all over this property. We simply couldn't do it without a partner like Cox Business. We're grateful, we're thankful, it's a hole-in-one.
Getting ready for inning number 5 here at the GCU softball stadium.
It's 6-1 UNLV as Samantha Diaz will lead off the 5th inning for the Rebels.
Number 24, Samantha Diaz.
She's doubled and was hit by a pitch in her first 2 at-bats. So the Lopes got out of the last inning with just 4 batters, the second time they've been able to do it, getting out of the inning with only allowing 1 base runner and no runs. So we'll see if Sahar can duplicate that. Diaz takes that one down low, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Swung on and missed for the first strike. 1-1 is the count. That one slapped foul and out of play. Sahar's ahead now, 1 ball, 2 strikes in the count. Sahar back into the circle now, getting ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch to Samantha Diaz. Off speed, fouled off and into the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. Fouled off again. Diaz staying alive here in the first at-bat of the 5th inning. Sahar takes a look in, delivers again. That one popped up into left center field, and some miscommunication between Nicoletti and Cavarubio is going to result in Diaz standing on second base.
Yeah, Nicoletti and Cavarubio both going in for it there, and just both of them not fully communicating, and both of them think that they had it, and allowing that runner to advance there.
That'll go down as an E8. So no outs, runner on second base. Bunt laid down, it'll go foul. So now it is Lauren Tixon's turn. She's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI. She was left at third, back in the third. Looking to add on to this Rebels lead. Watches that one for a ball, and the count goes 1 ball and a strike. One. Down the middle, but a little bit low, it looked like. So 2 balls and a strike goes the count. Two one. Squared to bunt again. Pulled back in time, so 3 balls and 1 strike now is the count to the center fielder, Lauren Tixon. Diaz standing on second base. Squares to bunt again. Bishop not going to make the play in time. And that's going to put runners on the corners.
Yeah, you see great speed there in Tixon, being able to beat that throw after a great bunt that she laid down, staying almost directly in front of the plate.
3 for 3 with 3 singles now is Tixon, as we will get the entire infield outfield in the circle now for a meeting between the team and head coach Ann Pearson. You got a good look at it there. As Barker coming up to bat.
Just wanted to talk to her team a little bit here. Down by 5, still able to come back from that.
So Tixon and Diaz, first and third respectively. Nobody down. 6-1 is the lead. 3 more runs by UNLV and no more by the Lopes would make it the 8-run rule, if my math is correct, and I do believe it is. Thank you for checking.
Yeah, I was just counting in my head, making sure, yes. 3 runs, yeah. Math is hard.
Math is hard. That's why we get paid to do this.
That's why I have sports management majors.
That's exactly right. No more in math class. Well, I'm in accounting. That doesn't count.
Accounting,
Oh, well.
But it's fine. It's fine.
It doesn't count. Lauren Barker. Runner goes. High throw into the outfield is going to plate the 7th run. And make that 3 runs now scored for Samantha Diaz. And that put Tixon on second base. 0-1 count to Barker. 0 for 2 today. Barker pops it up. Sahar right there. She'll make the grab for out number 1. Barker goes to 0-3.
Right fielder, Jacqueline Candelas.
Jacqueline Candelas is up now. She got an RBI and 2 singles. She's 2 for 2 today. She was caught stealing back in the 3rd. Off-speed pitches in there for a strike to the right fielder. Almost made a spectacular diving grab back in the last inning on Lily Bishop. That ball was going foul, and she laid out with a full extension, just unable to reach it, just a bit out of her reach, and now foul ball will make it no balls and 2 strikes. Sahar looking for strikeout number 2 on the day. She's up over 50 pitches now. It's our 13th batter faced through 2 1/3 innings of work so far. 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 1 K for her. And a hits batter. That one laced right at Olsen. And she makes the grab for out number 2.
Yeah, nice, easy out there. A good out there for the Lopes to try and get them up to bat here.
Now pinch hitter, it looks like for UNLV, will be number 51, Alyssa Trejo, freshman catcher from Tucson, Arizona. She's going to pinch hit for Julia Vollmer with 2 outs. Pitch going to miss for a ball. Going to hit her on the leg, so she will advance. And that's the second time a Rebels batter has been hit by a pitch today. And that will turn the order back over to Justine Federi, who is 0 for 3 with a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. She's done it all today.
And hopefully one of them again to get the Lopes out of this inning. Nice top half of the inning. As we were talking about a lot of sports going around here this weekend, men's baseball currently up 3-0. The first inning just ended over at Brazel Field. Drew Smith homered to left center to get 2 of those runs. So baseball putting in some work over there at Brazel.
Nice early lead for them, and sophomore pitcher Pearson Ohl getting the start tonight for baseball. That one down the right field line, foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes now to Justine Federi. Everybody's got to go back. Ticks in on third, Trejo on first. Oh, 2 up high. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on. Second and first. 1 in scoring position here at 7-1 Rebels. The possible winning run is standing on first base right now. 1-2. Ripped right at Dietrich, and she makes a good grab and a good strong throw over to first to retire the side. So just the 1 run and 1 hit in the inning, the error and the hit by pitch. And the score is 7-1 in UNLV as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Well, welcome to the big leagues. The Grand Canyon Beverage Company has just launched a 16-ounce can of their popular energy drink Stampede. Keep up with the herd and head to GCBC to get yours. Have some sitting right here in the booth with us. As well as GCBC now has metal straws and tumblers that you can buy.
Well, look out.
Yeah.
Is it refillable?
It is, and the tumblers are only $10, and you get a free drink when you buy it. And you get 15 cents off every time you bring the cup in.
How much is the refill?
However much the drink is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you don't, yeah.
So you get 15% off your drink, or 15 cents off your drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a bad deal.
Not at all.
Love to see it. The Lopes will send Jaden Reed, Lorianne Olson, and Kaylee Dietrich to the plate. So 7, 8, and 9. Down by 6 runs right now. It's 7-1.
Jaden Reed.
Reed singled in her only at bat of the day. She's 1 for 1. Then she was caught in a rundown that eventually scored Holland. She'll watch that one into the glove for a strike. So Alyssa Trejo, she'll be in there to catch now. As the throw over to first, going to be just in time for out number 1. And that'll bring up Lorianne Olson.
Number 21, Lorianne Olson.
Jenny Bresler, 2 walks, 4 Ks. 4 and a third innings of work so far, 1 hit and 1 run. So that one delivered in for a strike. Olson's only at bat, struck out looking. All 4 of Bresler's strikeouts have been by the called strike 3 looking, so no swinging strikeouts yet. 0-1. Outside corner, called strike 2. That one will be a base hit single from Lorianne Olson to get the Lopes started, and they have their first leadoff batter aboard of the day.
Yeah, nice hit there by Olson, just right in that gap in right field, going past the first baseman. Lopes have a little bit of work to do as they are currently down by 6.
Brooke Cantillo
Number 9, Brooke Cantillo.
will come in to pinch hit now for Dietrich. Cantillo batting .286 on the season. She's got 6 hits. Fouls that one off into the screen. Taking a long look in. Winds and delivers the 0-1. That one will stay fair, and they're only going to get Cantillo at first for out number 2. So Olson advances to second.
The left fielder, number 24, Gianna Nicoletti.
It's the 3rd time on the night that the Lopes have had runners in scoring position. Of course, that one solo run being the only one to cross the plate that has gone to 3rd.
First pitch strike to Gianna Nicoletti. She's 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a fly out for her. That one's going to get by, and advancing to 3rd is Olson. So now the Lopes, 90 feet from scoring their 2nd run. Just the 2nd time today they've had a runner on 3rd. 3rd time overall they've had a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, back in the first, UNLV did their damage with 2 outs, so Lopes looking to do the same here.
Outside for ball number 2. 2 balls and a strike is the count to the left fielder for the Lopes, Gianna Nicoletti. Two-one. Slap to the third base side. Just gonna be in time as Barker hangs on and makes the throw.
At the end of 5, your score.
So 1 hit, 1 left on, no walks, no runs, no errors. And it's 7-1 after 5 innings of work. We go to the 6th right here on GCU TV.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
Number 1, Maddie Schmidt.
Back for inning number 6. Inside to Maddie Schmidt for a ball, first pitch of the 6th. 1 for 3 today. She singled back in the 4th. The Rebels left fielder. Then she was left on first. One-0 bunted. Foul and into the screen directly behind home plate. Sydney Sahar has been the best pitcher here in this game for GCU. She's really settled into a bit of a groove as that one will be grounded to Olsen at second for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Mia Trejo.
Mia Trejo.
She homered and walked and has also flown out today. 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. That one in there for a strike on the outer half of the plate. Tucson, Arizona native. Playing first base for UNLV this evening in game 1. That one fouled off. The count goes no balls, 2 strikes. Sahar gets ready to deliver. 0-2. Inside part of the plate. Just misses.
Yeah, the Lopes fans not happy about that one.
Well, that's been a strike all night long. So now the 1-2 from Sahar, fouled off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Sahar in a battle here with Trejo. Looking for out number 2. Here in the 6th, 1-2. That one into center field. On to make the grab is Covarubio for out number 2. Showing off a little bit of range on that one.
The designated player, number
And now
23,
Denise Armendariz. She's 2 for 3 today, single and a home run. RBI, 2 runs scored as well. 2 outs here in the 7th, or the 6th, excuse me. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Not quite to the 7th inning yet. Lopes still have 6 outs to work with.
As we've seen, the Lopes could come back if once they get their bat swing, came back in that win against Cal Poly.
That one popped up deep in the right field. Up against the wall is Reed, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no walks, nobody left on base. The first 1-2-3 inning for GCU tonight. We will go to the bottom of the 6th.
The Drowsy Chaperone is the latest from the College of Fine Arts and Production. Featuring explosive twists and turns, this hilarious comedy opens with a theater fanatic listening to his favorite cast album that comes to life before his eyes. It all begins March 20th at Ethington Theater. Get your tickets now. And as of course, Kyle, as we all know, that you can get in free with your GCU student ID. So great entertainment coming up soon in the Ethington Theater. Kyle's having the time of his life, everybody, here with Friends at the Field. Just loving all the Friends music that's playing. Definitely having a great time, weren't you, Kyle?
Great time. It's great. So, with 6 outs to work with, down 7-1, the Lopes are coming back up with Torville, Bishop, and Zufelt due up here in the bottom of the 6th. So 2, 3, and 4 for the Lopes, and they came back. And pretty much every game, they started a little bit of some late rallies to almost get a couple of more wins than they did over the weekend, getting 1 of 4. Came back against Boise State, we talked about a little earlier. Came back and scored 5 against Cal Poly on Friday night to win that one.
Yeah, so the Lopes are definitely capable of having that rally late in these last 2 innings.
They scored 21 runs on the weekend, and so Torville going to get hit.
Number 27.
So lead off the 6th for the Lopes.
Bishop.
So just like that, the Lopes, they have a base runner. So second time on base for Torville. Bishop looking to get something rolling here. She's 0 for 2 today. She is one of the better hitters for the Lopes so far this season. She'll foul that one off.
Yeah, Bishop grounded back in the 1st and then struck out looking in the 4th. So yeah, looking for her first hit.
Lopes wasting no time. Torville hit on the first pitch. Bishop swinging at the first pitch. Sense of urgency starting to set in, it looks like. Trying to manufacture a couple more runs and make this one a little bit closer and get back in it and possibly win this one in the bottom of the 7th. They have the opportunity to do so. Bishop swings and misses at that one. Count goes no balls, 2 strikes. Oh-2. Bishop fouled off straight back into the net. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off again. Bishop staying alive, fouling it off, waiting for one that she likes. No balls, 2 strikes remains the count to the Lopes first baseman tonight. struck out looking back in the 4th.
Yeah, Bressler, the only pitcher that the Lopes have seen here tonight, for pitch count just over 75.
0-2, Bishop went around. So the first swinging strikeout of the day for the Lopes, and the 5th
Number 18.
for Bressler.
Zufeld.
And that'll bring up Zufeld with 1 down. Zufeld 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 4th. She'll take the first pitch of this at bat for a strike on the outer part of the plate. 0-1. Slow roller back to the mound, looking to get 2. They're only going to get 1. They're going to say Zufeld was out at second base. So that will end the 6th on a double play.
GCU 1.
6-4-3. So we go to the final inning of play here in game number 1. 7-1 UNLV as we go to the 7th.
To watch your Lopes play.
One more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Across the great desert to where the mountains touch the sky. This is Sanderson Ford country, where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford country, built on serving you. Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in everything we do. We're Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford.
Ready for what could be the possible final inning of play, as it is 7-1 UNLV over the Lopes. Leading off is Samantha Diaz. 1 for 2, reached on an error her last time up, also been hit by a pitch, and hey, she scored 3 times. Each time she's made a plate appearance today, she has made it to base one way or another and has then come around to score as she takes pitch number 1 for a ball. Ball 2. So Sahar has come in relief for Morrison and Coons, and she has done a great job keeping this offense at bay. Just the 2 runs allowed, 1 earned. 10 total hits for UNLV today. That one popped up. Having to come on and grab it a long way from second is Lorianne Olson for out number 1.
Yeah, great run there from Olson, being able to get to that ball to get that first out and get the Lopes that much closer to getting back to hitting.
Lauren Tixon, she has 3 for 3, all 3 singles, 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the 5th. She's been left on second base twice and third base once, and the first pitch to her, inside corner, called strike number 1. Oh, 1. Outside, gonna miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 inside corner. Almost got a piece of Tixon. Just gonna miss. 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and a strike now to Tixon. Slapped foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sahar comes set. She winds and delivers the 2-2. Slap foul again. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to the center fielder for the Rebels. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sahar looking for out number 2, and a tough out has been Tixon. Again, 3 for 3, 3 singles today. She's been left on base all 3 times. Three-two pitch. Walks her.
The third baseman, Lauren Barker.
First walk of the day for Sydney Sahar. We'll bring up Barker, who is 0 for 3 today. Double play ball in effect now. That one gets under the glove of Bishop into right. And that'll put runners on the corners. First hit of the game for Lauren Barker.
Yeah, great speed from Tixon, being able to make it all the way to third from first.
Jacqueline Candelas.
Jacqueline Candelas. She's 2 for 3, 2 singles today. She lined out her her last time up, back in the 5th. Double play ball still in effect with Barker on first. Anything in the infield, you got to be careful if you are UNLV. Junior out of Norwalk, California now. Up to bat, first pitch, missing for a ball. Couple of long pots now in between pitches. 1-0. Outside corner. Ball 2. Lopes will have the middle of the order, 5, 6, and 7 coming to bat at a minimum in the 7th. Down 7-1 at the moment, looking to avoid getting into a deeper hole off speed pitch. Does not drop in the top of the zone. 3 balls and no strikes. And Sahar getting ready. 3-0. Inside part of the plate. Called strike 1. 3-1 count now. Inside, just gonna miss. Bases are loaded. So a single and 2 walks in the inning. Bring up Trejo, who was hit by a pitch her first time up. Now a meeting here between Dietrich Holland and Sahar. So force out anywhere on the infield now. Strike on the inside corner of the heart of the plate there. And Sahar gets ahead now. No balls and 1 strike. Swung on and missed on the off speed. Oh and 2 is the count now to Trejo. Oh, 2 pitch. Gonna miss. Just outside. Ball 1. One, 2 again. Swung on and missed. Out number 2 is going to be a strikeout for Sydney Sahar, who gets strikeout number 2 on the evening.
Second baseman, Justine Federi.
As Justine Federi, who is 0 for 4, comes back up with the bases loaded and 2 outs with her team up 7-1 in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, that last out was a big out there for the Lopes, having the bases loaded, making sure to secure out number 2.
That one into right, up against the wall again on the warning track is Jaden Reed to retire the side. So 1 hit, 2 walks, nobody comes around, 3 left on base brings the Lopes up to bat in the bottom of the 7th.
You can stay there for $79 per night, which is a great deal at a hotel.
Yes, it is.
Especially this close to campus with all of these lovely activities going on.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for
Mickey
GCU,
Cavarubio will lead off the inning. Last chance for the Lopes, bottom of the 7th, down by 6. It'll be Cavarubio, Holland, and Reed, the 5, 6, 7 batters for the Lopes. As Bresler is looking to complete a 2-hit complete game. As the first pitch to Mickey Cavarubio is a ball. Slow roller to second. They'll say she hung on for just a moment. Was Mia Trejo. Take another look. Very close. Down there at first. Fifield's gonna come up. She'll do the pinch hitting for Holland.
Fifield is third for the Lopes in batting average, having a .306 batting average, tied with Mickey Cavarubio.
Freshman from El Paso, Texas. Coming to bat with one down here in the 7th. We'll also have a pinch hitter waiting to come up. Looks like it's Bellavia, and that's going to be a pinch hit single for Christian Fifield. And now the Lopes with a little bit going on now. We got one on base with one out here in the 7th.
GCU, number 15, Christine Bellavia.
It'll be Bellavia pinch hitting for Reed. Here in the 7th, now back-to-back pinch hitters. She'll foul that one off. Bellavia's first at-bat this season is going to be a line out to third and then doubled up to end the game is Fifield.
That is the end of the game with the final score. UNLV.
So UNLV takes it. A complete game from Jenny Bressler. 7-1 is the final score. So Bressler, 7 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 2 hit batters, and 5 Ks. And then for the Lopes, it was 5 strong innings from Sydney Sahar. Gave up 5 hits, just 2 runs, only 1 earned, walked 2. Hit a pair as well, and struck out 2. So, with that, the Lopes fall to 4-17 on the year, and UNLV goes to 18-5. But we thank you for watching the Lopes Up Classic, and hey, don't go anywhere as the Lopes are just about to take on the Grizzlies from Montana in moments. It looks like
30 minutes.
About 30 minutes from now. So somewhere around 7:30, first pitch between the Lopes and the Grizzlies. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back